What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Unlikely Part. Yeah, so last episode, first episode, everybody was super congratulatory, super receptive. Everybody enjoyed it. They liked the difference that it was from the podcast and everything. So I'm just really excited and very grateful that everybody saw the episode and gave me some feedback, gave me topics, because that's one thing I definitely need topics to keep this running. Because coming up with the topics myself, I don't want to just keep talking about the same things over and over again. Um, but today's episode, being that we're in October, Halloween, I want to talk about one of my 20 side jobs. Um, I have done basically everything under the sun work wise. I've sold everything you can legally sell on earth, except for furniture. So every time I have a conversation with somebody, I, they're like, yo, I want to do this. I'm like, I've done that. And they're like, damn, what haven't you done? You know, um, so I've done everything. I've held signs, spun signs, danced, acted, McDonald's, Ross, uh, selling cars and homes and apartments and renting houses and whatever, anything that you could do. I DJ'd. I try to do anything. If I like it, I want to learn the behind the scenes because that's my favorite part about pretty much anything is the behind the scenes and how things work. And so I like to learn it, do it, practice it. That's how I got into video editing. That's how I got into all of this stuff. So I want to talk about working as a scare actor at a Halloween night, event kind of thing. So this year I am working for uh is it a retired ship? Is it, I forget what it's called, but it's a ship, like a warship that is no longer actively being used for war. I believe it still can be if needed to, but it's basically a museum and they show off, everything that's in the ship. You see the cabins, you see old Navy vets, their pictures of family and stuff. It's really cool. It's huge. And during Halloween times, they turn it into a scare zone. And I think we're on year 8. This is my first year doing it. I have a friend who's been doing it for, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 years. And I had another friend that this was his first year doing it. And he posted it on Facebook. I was like, oh, I just did an audition to do this thing. And I saw it and I was like, man, I got 2 friends in it. I'm going to sign up. I'm going to try it out. First time acting since 2017, so doing the audition process and everything. Of course, it's different. It's not like I have to do a slate and talk to a camera and act it out. But I had to act in front of 3 people, one of them being my friend that's been there for 5 years. And I killed it. Honestly, I think I did really well. It was a lot of fun. They were like, hey, this year's theme is there's guards, there's prisoners on the ship, and they've all escaped their prison hold, and where they're at, and they're taking over. And so we want you to try to scare us. We're in this little zone. Your job is to scare us. I'm thinking I'm not gonna scare them because they're expecting it, right? So they give me 5 minutes. I'm walking around. I'm looking at seeing what they do. They have like these like mannequins, stuffed animal people, just on the ground looking like there's a massacre. There's a bunch of stuff. So I was thinking, okay, cool. Maybe I could lay with these guys, just lay with the mannequins and then jump up. But these guys obviously look super fake. They're going to know. So I ended up finding this military gear, like a military thing. I try not to say words that may take it down, So I was doing that and I just hid right at the very end. There's a corner, they walk through, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready. So they walk through and nothing. The only person there, so they're not getting scared. They're just walking through. Like, where could this guy be? Right? So once they pull that corner, I take one big step and I'm like, get down, get down, get down. And they were like, where'd you even get that weapon? because that wasn't no prop I was supposed to have. I just found it. I used it. They liked it. I did scare them because again, that stomp, the scream, all of that, that scared them. So I did this back in like April or August or something, like super far. Like I forgot all about it. And then I got the job. They told me I would be a guard, and I forgot how busy my life is. So October, the weekends of October are the times they do it. Friday, Saturday. Now coming next week or this week when you guys watch, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And man, I'm beat. You can still see some of the red from last time we did it, which was last night. Came home, try to take a shower and scrub everything off, but this stuff stains. Like my hand still has red marks from the blood that we use, and you gotta like scrub for hours. And I was beat. Everybody there is beat, but it's a lot of fun, man. It's really a lot. So they give me the thing. We do dress rehearsals. First day of dress rehearsal, they're like, okay, cool, we're gonna play a game, get everybody to know each other. This game is called Zombie, where we're gonna pick one person. They're gonna walk and talk and act like a zombie and infect somebody else, who then infects two. Now there's two people infected who infect everybody until everybody's infected, right? So we play the game 3 times. One of the times, I'm like, I get bit and I fall to the ground, but I actually fall to the ground, like twist my ankle, and that's the same exact week that we're doing Loud on 7th, which if you guys don't know, this episode is sponsored by me. Motivation, self-motivation. So make sure you guys have self-motivation and continue to do whatever you dream, right? That's where I would put a very good seamless transition into an ad whenever I do get them. But anyways, so Loud on 7th. I was doing Loud on 7th, which is a 7-day festival that my friend throws. I help him out. I'm the video guy, do all the videos and the recap videos the day of. I'm still working on the big 7-day recap. Just got to stay creative and come up with a good idea for how I want that to look. And so I'm doing that and I twist my ankle. We finish around 9:30 and I still have to go to the events. The events don't stop till 1, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. So I'm there with a swollen ankle working for the next 3-4 days because that happened like a Friday and we finished on Sunday. Nobody knew. Some people knew because I would tell them. But like overall, you would not have had really an idea that I was in pain. So, and then I started to go to work and whatever. Like that week, incredibly busy. I will talk about Loud on 7th and how amazing that is at a future video. So we did that. And they're like, okay, cool. You got the role, good acting. I don't tell nobody I'm hurt because if I'm hurt during dress rehearsal, why would they want me to continue? So I don't tell nobody. And so first day, we're going to be on the main stage, the big part of the ship. You got to go upstairs through a bunch of little scare zones, and then you get to our spot. And in our spot, there's 4 people. There's a girl with a mask, white eyes. She kind of hides underneath the steps. And when people come down the steps, they get scared because she slams on something real hard and screams. She's been doing this for decades, years, I don't know. But she's worked for Busch Gardens and all these other things. So she's done it at the highest level. She really loves this. She thinks this one's the most fun. So I was like, oh, cool. I'm starting right at the best, right? So she does that. Then there's another guy that has a chainsaw and he's chasing them and he's also a prisoner. Both of them are prisoners. And then there's one girl in the back that has a machete, real machete, or, like super dulled out. It's not going to actually hurt nobody. But it's like a piece of metal and she bangs it against the green barrel. And she's a singer and an actress and like a contortionist. So like and then hits the high note and scares everybody because you don't expect the scream to hit. Like it's a combination of stuff that gets people to scream. Me, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a guard. I'm the only guard in there. So I'm like, there's 3 escaped prisoners in here and we're in the main stage where for the show, it is a workout place, right? So it's workout table, boxing gloves, all of that. These prisoners technically should be getting stronger, right? Like this is where they practice. They set up three versus me. One of them being this dude with a chainsaw. I'm a goner. Like there's no. What am I doing? I'm not gonna scare you. Am I? Did I turn bad? Was I like? I'm not infected by badness, right? So my idea was I'm gonna sit myself down on the floor, take my shoe off, turn it the opposite way of where my shoe is. So like a right foot, your right foot would be like this. So I turned the shoe this way. So I put my toes in the shoe. It looked like I broke my foot, right? I just wore black socks with my black pants. So it looked like I twisted my ankle and I completely broke my foot. So that's what I was doing for the first couple of days. I had a megaphone. So I see people coming down the stairs and I'm screaming at them. And I'm like, yo, help me. Oh my goodness. I can't breathe. They got me. There's a guy with a chainsaw and a girl with a mask. She bites. Take care. Help. So the people will be distracted by me screaming at them. And then the girl will come out from under the stairs and scare them. It worked. You know, I got paid to sit down. Problem is that floor is not very, very comfortable. So I got numb immediately. Couldn't actually really not feel my lower half of my body. So I was like, okay, cool. I got to come up with something different. This is a lot. Sometimes I would stand up and do it and twist my foot. Some days I would whatever, and then people would walk by and be like, we can't help you, buddy. We can't help you. Sorry, dude. And I'm like, don't leave me, So I thought it was great. It was fun. Everybody around, the other actors didn't have a problem with it. It wasn't bad. But then one day, I just got tired of doing it. I even recorded my voice on the megaphone and just threw the megaphone somewhere else. So that way it sounded like there was 5 people there, My voice got very annoying because it's legit. Once the recording finishes, it starts again. And we do this from 7:30 to 11. So imagine a 10-second little video, like voice note replaying that entire time. I was sick of it, So we did that for a while. And then we came up with one idea. I talked to the girl and she's like, yeah, you could do other stuff if you want. You don't have to do that. I was like, well, isn't it because I'm doing this so that way they could not be distracted and look down and see you underneath the stairs? She's like, they don't see me. I'm like, oh, see, here I am thinking I'm helping you and we're doing like a tandem, act. Bump it. Let's go. I'll do something else. So we talked to the guy with the chainsaw and he goes, what's a good idea, bro? What if I'm chasing you? Cause you're a cop, right? Like you're the guard. So what if I rev up when I see them, then you run out and then I chase you, but then I really end up, scaring the people. And like, I like it. I don't have my asthma pump. I'm very asthmatic. It's the reason why I live in Florida. And I'm also kind of getting back into the gym stuff, but I'm not like all there yet. So this cardio from 7:30 to 11 is about to be hectic. And the space that I'm running at is like here, and then I cut and I stop right there. So from here to there. And I got to run, like they're basically, I mean, if you play sports, you know the word I'm thinking of, but I don't know if that's YouTube appropriate. But it's basically run, stops, go. So it is a short amount of space to run. And I got to do that hundreds of times. I mean, we average 550 people a night. So I love it. And I'm regretting that me and him came up with this idea. So I'm scared. We do it. It works. It's the best night that we've had. Literally, I run. Go, guys, run. Save yourself. He's chasing me. Boom. And then I run dead at them the same way that one dude was running in Get Out, right? Where he was just, and then he ran straight to the camera and then cut. That's what I do. I run straight to the person and then I'm face to face with them and then I cut. I look at whoever's the most scared dead in the eyes and then I cut. And if there's multiple people, I'm juking like I'm Saquon Barkley, just in and out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And one, way more athletic than I ever remembered being. I still got it. And two, I'm tired. So then I do that, and we keep doing that, and I go underneath the stairs where the girl's at, and then I come back around. And if people see me, as I'm resetting up, then I try my best to come up with something new. And I'm like, oh, guys, you're safe. Don't worry about it. No one else is here. It's just me. Let me escape with you. And then boom, scare. Boom, chainsaw. So all of that. And I believe we got the scariest zone in the spot. And the management has also said that we've had a great zone. I think we were one of the first people that were complimented on our zone. People run. We have a big space. So when people bust that corner, once my part is done, people bust the corner and there's a long strip of nothing. And that chainsaw guy will chase them. And if I see somebody that I'm like, I want to keep scaring, I'll just walk right next to them. So they'll walk with their friend. Oh my God, that was so scary. Oh my God, so they do that. And then that's one of my favorite parts too, is that I continue to scare them. I don't have to talk. Before, when I did the broken foot thing and I would try to do that, they'd be like, hey, I thought your foot was broken. How did you get better? So I was breaking the story that way, just to like re-scare them, because I was bored of sitting down there. So at least this time I can do more. They're like, how'd you survive? I'm like, I'm fast, so I ran away and now I'm following you guys. So let's escape. Things like that. So it's pretty cool. And do I think I'll do it next year? Don't know. It has definitely taken a lot of time. 6:30 to 11 doesn't sound like a lot, 2 days a week, but those 2 days a week are Friday and Saturday. The 2 days a week where people actually do things. So I get invited to these Halloween parties. I get invited to all these events. If somebody wants to go out with me, or I want people to come, hang out with me, and I can't. There's no time unless I leave them in my crib alone, and I'm like, yo, I'll be back. When I get back, be ready for food or, whatever, or something. So that makes it hard. And being that I have so many things that I do, I don't know if I can do it again. I'm glad that I'm doing this instead of doing Busch Gardens, because that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday. I think they don't do Monday and Tuesday, which sucks, because Monday and Tuesday are the 2 days that I don't have my son. So I can go to a Halloween Horror Nights with somebody on a Monday and Tuesday. Easy. But I can't because they're not open. So that's that. Especially the Saturdays where I have my son. We got baseball. Then we want to play for like an hour or two. Then I got to drop him off with my parents, so my parents have to come here. And then I go over there. Then I come back like midnight, and then they leave. I tell my parents, I'm like, stay the night. Just sleep on the sofa or, whatever, and stay, because it's super late. But they never do. Then I got to shower and get ready at midnight, and I'm bloodied. Like, I do my own makeup. And at first I was like, this is weird. Then now I'm like, yo, how can I do it different every time? So this time, as you can see, they got this like palette of colors: yellow, green, brown, red, and like dark red. And so you mix it. You start with the yellow, so it looks like it's been faded a bit. Then you go to the green, and so it's cool. And I've done it all over. So I've done it on my forehead and whatever. And then they got these vials that's like a bottle of blood, and you just pour it on you, and then it slowly drips down. The problem is that it stings. And so I try not to get it on my clothes and whatnot. But it's cool. I like coming up with different ideas. At first, when I was doing the sit down with my foot broken thing, I took my glasses off because I was like, glasses ain't scary, right? And so I can't see nobody. I'm out here like this. I'm like, hey, is somebody over there? Hey, you with the green, help me. Honestly, I was calling them the green because I couldn't see them. So they had no idea that that wasn't part of the character. I was literally blind. So I couldn't see nobody. So 500 people will go through. I don't see if they're having fun. I don't see if they're scared. I don't see if they're ugly. I don't see if they're pretty. I don't see nothing. So now as a runner, I keep my glasses on because I'm trying not to run into people. And I have run into people. I got in trouble once because they're like, yo, we're not Screamageddon. They didn't pay to get touched. You can't touch these people. But if I'm in the middle of a sprint and I cut to the right, I'll cut to the left. But if I cut to the left and the person cuts to the left, now we're still face to face. And I can't stop myself on a dime when I'm mid cut in a way. Like I still have forward momentum, right? So I can stop, but I'm gonna stop a little like a step ahead. So I have hugged people and twisted them and then ran. I have gone like this. I've gone like this to like not hit them. And there's people that would stand real close to each other and I try to cut in between. And then I both of them hit me. Pop, pop. So I've hit like 7 people. Nothing like where they're gonna scar, bruise, or get hurt. They don't even notice like the adrenaline's there. But I try not to do that. It's fun though. I mean, cutting especially these little kids. We see these kids. I mean, I would bring my son, but he's already told me he's too scared. That he would be too scared, and I honestly think he would cry. Uh, the thing is, about $35 or $30 or something, you could order it online, and then it's about a 20 to 30 minute zone. Like, so it's worth the money. It's a lot. So I can't just imagine having my son go through all of that without me because I'm working. So if he went with my brother or if he went with my mom and dad, which I wouldn't recommend that my mom and dad go because there's a lot of steps, narrow, thin steps. And but if he went with my brother or something, I think he would be too scared to even make it to where I'm at. So 1 year we'll do it. Especially now that I know the behind the scenes, I can tell him, hey man, these are just regular people. Remember, I used to do it. So hopefully next year when he's 10, we could do it together and have some fun. I think I went to my first Halloween night at Busch Gardens when I was like 11 or 12 or something. And the scariest thing in the world. I don't remember many of the zones. I know we did a bunch of them. I think we tried to do them all. They were scary, whatever. But the scariest one was a scare zone, which is not the actual like haunted house. It's on the way to the haunted house. They have like streets of just fear streets, right? And there was one guy that was on a go-kart, not a golf cart, a go-kart, real low to the ground. And I think he had a chainsaw as he's driving. And I'm scared. I'm under my mom's shoulder, under her arm. And my mom, love her, hate her right now. She goes, scare him, scare him. And I'm like, I'm terrified, you know? This dude looks under, revs up, I book it. I'm out of here. I run from the back of the store, like where, I don't even remember. I think it's where right now, Sesame Street and all of that. I don't know if they still have that there. It's been a while. But like the kids center is like in the back middle of the park. I ran all the way to the entrance, alone, gone. And this dude in a go-kart kept up with me, revved up the thing, scraping the floor. I'm young, I'm juking people. I don't know how he got through with the go-kart without hitting nobody. But I was so gone, and my parents did not follow, and I lost them. I think the clown had to break character and like stay with me until somebody came and saved me. I don't know if it was a cop that came or like security, or if my parents ended up showing up in time. Everything else was a blur. That dude scared the mess out of me. I was ready to never go back to anything like that again. I ended up going back one of my birthdays with my people, my Publix people. And I miss all of y'all if y'all watching. Like, it's been a long time since we hung out. But that was what I did for my birthday. And at Screamageddon, that's where they could touch you. You don't pay extra, but you sign a waiver each park and they give you a wristband. And these people could grab you. These people could toss you into a different zone. So you're walking with your group and you hit in different sections. And then all of a sudden, some bad guy grabs you and throws you into a closet and locks it. And you have no idea if it's 1 minute, 10 minutes, an hour. You're just there for as long until they decide to unlock you. And your team has gone. They're probably waiting for you outside, maybe if they're good friends. If not, then they're like, where did that person go? Let's keep going. So I ended up going to that with them. And there was a girl there that she got grabbed. But then she just randomly grabbed me. So now we're both stuck in there. And we're platonic friends. But the box is so smart, we're just like this. Luckily, she's shorter than me. So we were just like, what are we doing now? Then they finally let us free. But that place is cool. It's scary. Screamageddon, Busch Gardens. and then where I'm working now, which is the Iron Widow. Um, so it's just so many things. I don't do these Halloween Horror Night things too much. If you guys watch Unlikely Geeks, you guys know I'm not the scary movie guy. Lately, I have been having to be the scary movie guy because most girls are scary movie girls. So when they want to go watch something, oh, let's go watch the scary movie. Let's go see something horror. I'm like, no, man, I want to watch comedy. I like living life, being happy, like let's do something. No, I want to be scared. I'm like, well, then I'm going to be like on top of you. I'm going to be the scared one. Is that cool? Yes, that's fine. And then guess what happens? I'm there like, oh, this is super fake. And then she's like, oh my God. Right. So that's what always happens. I think some of my favorite scary movies would probably be recent. I like that Blackening. It's a comedy movie. Yeah, it's a comedy movie, but it's like more. It's supposed to be scary. That movie was so good to me, and that was one of the only movies that has ever given me a nightmare. I'm watching it. I'm laughing. I enjoyed it. I came back. I wrote a long realtor review, and it was great. Then I went to sleep, and I had a nightmare about that movie, but without joking, it was like the Spanish version, where instead of it being the mask that they had in that movie and for the board game, it was in Puerto Rico. They have these masks with the horns, and I forget what it's called. My dad has a bunch of them, because it's a real Puerto Rican thing. But it was that mask. And then they had questions about Puerto Rican stuff that if you didn't know the answer to, you die, things like that. That I actually legit had a nightmare. So it was crazy. And I just woke up like in sweat, like, whoa, that was crazy. But nah, man, this Halloween night scare actor thing really got me back into wanting to get into acting, which is why I want to do this kind of show where I can talk to people and get out there and you guys can hear my voice and, oh, the guy at radio? Bam, here, send this project out to them so that way they could hear me. Because Big Boy from the Neighborhood and Sway, they're always in movies, right? So I could do both. But it's super dope. I want you guys to go out there and check us out. I'll put the link in the bio or the link in the description so that way you guys can go check it out. Again, this is year 8. I have not heard anything bad about what we've done. I mean, the people leave and they're like, yo, this is better than Horror Nights. This is as good, if not better than the one in Orlando. This is probably the scariest one I've ever done. We've made people cry. I was talking about that. These kids. We've made these kids cry. We've made grown people shiver and get scared and they had to leave. We've had to escort people out, because it was too much for them. And that's, it's sad, they pay good money. You don't get your money back or whatever. But it's awesome that we're able to scare someone that much. And it's our zone. Like, it's a combination. It's everybody's zone. But when they get to us, it's like, all right, we're done. So we've had people had to leave. We've had people scared. We had kids that were from the ROTC program that work as, this is their volunteering, getting ready for the ROTC. So they're security. They're just there. There's real security and everything. But they're also there. They get to go through. And in the beginning, some of these guys, I'm like, there's no way they're going to last in the Army because they're petrified. Running, one dude we had to escort out because he was dry heaving, like it was hyperventilating. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So I recommend everybody go out there, go see me. I will run dead at you. And if I know you, I might run dead at you. Okay. It's a real boat. It is on the water. It is right behind the aquarium, the Florida aquarium. And it is probably one of the most inexpensive, fun things you could do with your people. So come on out, bring your people, and enjoy yourself. Yeah. Thanks again. This is another episode of The Unlikely Part. I bet you guys didn't think that would be something I do if I didn't tell you 100 times throughout all of our shows. Anyways, man, take care. Love y'all. I still don't know how to say goodbye. So, goodbye. Peace out.